Roadmap to Victory is sponsored by the R&R family of companies.
Welcome back to Nittany Game Week. You hear it all the time. Teams make their biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2, which means coaches are like kids in a candy store, reviewing the tape from the season opener. Coach Bradley, Coach Paterno, well, they're here for a quick word about their non-conference opponent in the home opener, and then a deeper dive into the Nittany Lions' wild day in West Virginia.
Well, hopefully we make some improvement between week 1 and 2. But, we're not going to hold our breath. Let's talk quickly about Bowling Green, because what we want to do today is talk a little bit about what coaches will do after a first game. But when you look at Bowling Green, they beat Georgia Tech last year. They had a close game with Minnesota in the bowl game. They got a running back, number 4, to keep an eye on. The quarterback, Basilak, number 7, is a guy to keep an eye on. And they have a really good tight end. So they're going to get presented some things for Penn State to worry about on Saturday. But let's talk about what happened last Saturday, just as though we were in a meeting on Sunday morning. The offense looked a lot better. Did a great job on the first down, second down passing, third down, room for improvement, but we'll talk about something that happened in there that is a good sign for Penn State. As you look at the big play that everybody's talking about from the first half, it's 1st and 10, West Virginia's thinking run, they pull the guard, fake to the running back, they get the linebackers up, and they're able to get the guys in behind, Tom.
It's a terrible thing when that happens. But great for our offense, not so good for West Virginia's defense. But the play action was perfect. It's just a great call, and the pass was right on the money. And that's a play, I think, that broke the whole game completely open.
Yeah, it really set up a different tone. You can see from here as that guy comes out of there. Now, when we talk about the third down, they called 6 passes, only completed 1 for a first down. But they made 4 first downs, and how'd they do it? Well, when they're playing coverage and sitting on routes, and they're playing one-on-one or being aggressive, that now means somebody's not paying attention to quarterback. And I think one of the big things that Penn State fans should be excited about is that Drew Aller has shown a propensity to run the ball for first downs. You take a look here, Tom. No one's open. He's downfield. He got a chance to run for it.
And they did not expect that from him, because now in future games, those defensive people, someone's going to be looking at that quarterback, making sure they keep, hey, rush lanes just aren't for cars. Lanes just aren't for cars, so it's going to get important.
You talk about the 2 quarterback setup, and here you got Aller out at wide out. You got Pabula playing quarterback and motion the running back. Now, these guys are all thinking run. So what do? They show them a run look. They get these guys up, and they hit the tight end. And that's important, Tom, as you know, when next week when people are saying, okay, the 2 quarterback thing's in, we just got to play the run. They can't now.
No, they can't. And now they have to sit there and waste time in their practice schedule. Hey, what can they do off of this? Oh, we're practicing, wasting plays, not maybe doing nothing that will ever even happen.
Week 1 takeaways for the defense. Talent level was better than West Virginia. Excellent in the red zone. 3 turnovers. They limited the quarterback run game, and really good tackling by the safeties.
Yeah, that's the thing I think that stood out the most to me, was how well they tackled. Usually first games can be a little bit shaky with the tackling. I thought the tackling was excellent.
Now, when you talk about the week 1 concerns, pass rush, Abdul Carter just 1 tackle. Now, West Virginia's tackle is really good. This is not like some guy off the street that you face up with. It was a good guy he played against, so we'll see how that goes. The power run game for West Virginia gave them some problems, but again, lots of tackles by the safeties. You want to see linebackers making some of those tackles.
Yeah, you sure do.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's good that the safeties are up there. They're making those plays. They get paid to do that too.
Yep. Now, talk about red zone. Great in the red zone. 2 trips in there in the first half. 6 points total. We talked about Tom Allen likes to blitz linebackers. They bring people off the edge. But what a great job and effort here on this one, Tom, in the red zone.
Yeah, it's really good. I think people have to understand, just remember it takes 3 field goals to beat a touchdown. So sometimes in that red zone, giving up a field goal, not a bad thing.
Then when you talk about the game inside the game, this is where the game changed. Okay, before the half, you get a 2-minute timeout. They want everybody to call it 2-minute timeout, not the 2-minute warning. Clock management by West Virginia was not good, and that created a 14-point swing. And take a look at it. It's 3rd and 2 for West Virginia. 45 seconds and a half. They've got 2 timeouts left. Penn State only has 1. They throw an incomplete pass here, which lets Penn State hold on to time and the clock, and 13-6, and that enabled the last score before the half.
And that to me changed the whole game around.
Absolutely, because it's a big difference between 13-10 at half and 20-6, and then coming out and scoring. So that was really the swing of the game. Now, last thing we'll do, it's not Penn State. We're going to talk about Robert Morris, our producer, Ed Albert's school, alma mater. Rob Carter Jr. with probably the best catch you'll see. Now, keep in mind, this is an interception. He wasn't supposed to get this ball. But, I mean, Tom, you used to coach that move all the time, right?
Yeah, we worked on that drill a lot, yeah.
Well, one guy I know that has no problem going right to left, especially when he's trying to drive the ball straight, is Todd Sadowski.
That is correct. And Ed is no longer big man on campus at Robert Morris. He has to scoot over and make some room for Rob Carter. All right, well, thank you, coaches. No matter who the opponent is, the home opener is always a special day. The Beaver Stadium renovation project is underway. Fans will notice some cosmetic and technology changes this season.
What I'd like you guys to see is just how efficient we're going to be in the building, in our concourses, new signage, a lot of components, new areas in Gate F. I think is going to be a great area for people. 4
new escalators, 2 each at Gates A and E, have been installed. Now keep in mind, they won't be operational until the 3rd home game versus Illinois on September 28th. Here are some other things to keep in mind for the upcoming season. The expanded upper concourse for Gates A and E comes with an increase in concession points of sale and bathrooms. The Gate F expansion adds a 34,000 square foot open air section, additional fan entry points, more concessions and ticketing scanning to increase the circulation there. Improved Wi-Fi on the concourses. That'll be a welcome thing. There's a new Stadium Network PSU fan that replaces the previous AT&T fan network. Other improvements include 80 new walk-up self-service non-alcoholic beverage units, and the stadium now winterized so it can host events in cold weather. That includes a potential college football playoff game in late December. And we want to remind everyone about the Francis Family Sensory Room, which debuted last season and is now available at all home games. It's a room to accommodate fans with sensory issues that may feel overwhelmed and overstimulated. We'll have much more on this unique concept and how it benefits the local community in the weeks ahead. Well, coming up, our Impact interview with former Penn State and NFL quarterback Matt McGloin, also dabbling in politics these days. Great perspective from the former QB of the Nittany Lions coming up.